What it do, God? It's your boy, Trap Astrology. You're now live in the trenches with the first hood nigga of the stars. Only place you can get real nigga interpretations and translations for astrology, astronomy, and anything spiritual, you dig? And, I'm kind of just warming up right now, setting up for today on this Venus day. You know what I'm saying? Just finished up my morning and shit, and I'm kind of, I'm getting ready to continue the series. But before that, while I'm like rolling up and getting my scene together and shit, getting the trap together, I kind of want to just touch on a few topics out here in the astro community for people that's like new to astrology and shit. Because I know there's a lot of people that probably tap into me that's probably like on the newer side of astrology, who probably like know they big three or just got their birth times or shit like that. And I basically just wanted to talk about like some of the differences in astrology that you're gonna see online and like astrology that like I practice, or like any niggas who like Boro or like Dolo or like Doc Astrology, people like that, Fernando, people like that. Just the differences in astrology, because a lot of astrology that you're gonna see on like TikTok or Facebook or like online, Twitter, shit like that, a lot of that astro is what I like to call pop astro. And y'all probably never heard that term, pop astro. It's something I kind of coined. But really in a nutshell, pop astro is like shit like you will see somebody be like, oh, I got a message. It's for Aquariuses, Virgo, Pisces, and Leos. 555, y'all gonna have abundance coming sometime this week. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that type of shit ain't true or ain't based in reality, but what I'm talking is that shit is very vague, newspaper clipping type astrology. You get what I'm saying? Like pop astro, if that shit ain't really based on transits and houses and shit like that, then that shit is kind of pop astro. You get what I'm saying? You want to kind of, it's cool to do, like it's cool to be involved, because pop astro can help you find your tribe more so. Like it can help you find people online that's like into the same shit that you into. So like pop astro ain't like the devil or nothing, but I be wanting people to know the difference, because like I got niggas who hit me up all the time and they be sending me clips and shit. Like it might be a vague ass post about Sagittarius or something, or Capricorns. Like I know y'all be seeing like those posts that be up there and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for signs and shit. Like I got the Aquarius hat on right now, and like you be seeing I'm sure you be seeing that shit, and you probably be wondering, like, a lot of people, some people that might resonate with, but a lot of people it don't resonate with. And then this is the reason why they don't be fucking with astrology, because they be like, oh shit, I'm a motherfucking Virgo, but I don't act like no Virgos that I know. But they don't even realize that you really gonna have more in common with niggas you got rising signs, the same rising sign as, than somebody you got the same sun sign as. Because your rising sign mean your whole chart is pretty much set up the same. So y'all gonna have the same, like, so y'all gonna have pretty much the same midhavens and the same housing setup. You get what I'm saying? So if you a Virgo ascendant like me, then you probably gonna have, well, I'm more of a Libra. I'm on the late side. I'm a 27 degree. But most Virgo risings gonna have Aquarius on the 6th house and Pisces on the 7th house and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So, and like I said, most Libra risings gonna have their whole chart flipped, where they gonna have Aquarius in the 5th house and Aries in the 7th house and Gemini in the 10th house, shit like that. So like, just like I said, so you can't really shut off shit or shut your mind off the shit until you really figure it out. So like I said, if you was trying to get into astro, or you was trying to do that shit, but you feel like it ain't relate to you because you ain't relate to your sun sign, you have to look at, your chart is way more than your sun sign. That's what people ask me for shit. Like, it's people that just know their sun sign ask me for astrological advice. I can't really tell them shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what house your sun in. I don't know where your I don't know what your chart ruler is. I don't know what your rising is. I don't even know what your moon is. And if you born at nighttime, a lot of people say if you born at nighttime, your moon sign rules you more than your sun sign. You get what I'm saying? So, like, for example, for like a nigga like me, like I said, I'm a Libra moon, was born like 8 at night. And yeah, I'm an Aquarius, and I express myself the way my ego and my expression, the way I see shit it's through an Aquarius lens, yeah. But I have way more Libra tendencies than Aquarius tendencies. You get what I'm saying? Like, because of my Libra moon and me almost being a Libra rising, like basically being on the last degree before it get to that cusp. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, people that don't believe in cusp, I mean, I ain't here to argue with you niggas or nothing, but if a planet is at 0 degrees and you can't tell me that a planet at 0 degrees ain't got two energies on it. You can't tell me as soon as that motherfucker go from 29 degrees to 0 degrees that everything just changed. It takes a while for you to build up. You get what I'm saying? To the full energy, till it gets to 3 degrees, which is where the energy fully start at. So like, even people that do that shit, like, it's a lot of gatekeeping in astrology. Like, it's a lot of, like, you ain't gonna see too many niggas like me in astrology because it's so much gatekeeping and it's so, first of all, it's already like women based. Like, and you know, women running shit. Like, black women run astrology. Well, I ain't gonna say black women. Well, yeah, pretty much. Black women and like the gay community and shit. And like, we really don't have a place in it. You get what I'm saying? Like, black men don't really got a place in society, period. But we really don't got a place in astrology. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of gatekeeping. Like, when I be reaching out to astrologers and let's say an astrologer make a tweet and be like, and people enter the replies dropping their placements to get like interpretations. I've never been answered. You get what I'm saying? They only answer women. You know what I'm saying? They'll never answer a nigga like me because it don't fit their agenda. You get what I'm saying? And that's the only reason I'm here now. Because if you don't fit certain agendas in this astrology community, they'll X you the fuck out. You get what I'm saying? They'll X you. Like I said, you believe in cuss, they'll be like, oh, I ain't gonna hold you, but cuss don't exist. I ain't gonna hold you, but sidereal is the real astrology. Like, they do a lot of gatekeeping and try to like shame niggas. Like, we in Western world, we live on Earth. I'm not doing sidereal or Vedic astrology because that shit is based on the sun, what the placement is in space. You know what I'm saying? We live on Earth, so I'm going on what's affecting us down here on Earth. We affected by solar prominence. You get what I'm saying? That's like when plants let off pheromones. Like when you cut grass, if you cut your grass, you gonna smell grass. But what you really smelling is the grass giving off a pheromone to let other plants know that that it's in distress. You get what I'm saying? So the same way that and I don't know like what type of feelings you get from that, but the type of feelings that I get from like smelling shit like that bring me like good memories. From being like a kid and shit. The same thing happened on a planetary scale when planets is crossing. Today is Venus Day because the first planet that made contact in our path today was Venus. So we getting affected by the solar prominence of Venus, which is pheromones from that planet that's going to trickle down into our atmosphere and affect our mental stability in the ways that we think and react to stuff. This is what astrology and astronomy really is. It ain't no just made up shit off what niggas' opinions is. It ain't just, oh, niggas was looking in the sky and naming stars and it looked like a horse, so they was telling a story. That's not what is going on. Astrology is basically observational science. If I can't tell you tendencies of the Scorpio rising just because of some placements in the sky. I can tell you tendencies of a Scorpio rising because I know 20 of them. You get what I'm saying? If I know 20 Scorpio risings and they all have these same tendencies, okay, that's a test study. You get what I'm saying? So now I know Scorpio risings have these tendencies. You get what I'm saying? It ain't just one nigga woke up one day and just made up this shit and just gave it to you niggas and we just been preaching that shit since. That ain't never the case, my nigga. Like that's so far, oh my bad. That's so far from the case that, you know, you might as well give it up even trying to talk like that. You get what I'm saying? And I'm saying all this to say, don't let shit put you off from shit. You get what I'm saying? Don't let one interaction with astrology put you off, like I said, because you couldn't relate to it or you couldn't figure it out, or like the gatekeepers of astrology try to make it so complicated. Like they try to make it so, oh, look at your Mercury personal chart and all these persona charts and all of this. They try to make it so complicated like the stock market. And they really acting like we in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of information. If you ever seen the images for Aquarius, people think it's a water sign because they see a nigga pouring out some water. It's an air sign. We pouring out the info. We got the information. We pouring it onto y'all niggas. You get what I'm saying? Like Aquarius got the information already. We pouring it out to the world. It's an overflow of information. That's why sea levels is rising and shit. We leave in the age of Pisces. Right now it's the age of information. You have to prove that shit. That's why it's so hard for them to fake. If they tried to do this COVID shit, 10 years ago, it probably would have worked. Because we was going off a faith-based economy. You get what I'm saying? That's why religion is getting slowly moving further and further from the forefront of shit. And you see astrology taking the forefront. Because in 100 years, we probably won't even have churches. We probably just have, what's those things? Like planetariums and shit. And shit places where you can go and look at telescopes and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, we'll probably only have those at places where you worship the stars. And the people that's going to be preaching and doing that shit is going to be the niggas who gatekeeping astrology now. And I'm comparing the two. I'm comparing the two because if you know how Christianity started and how these religions started, a lot of them motherfuckers started off the preacher or the pastor having the word and the Bible being in Latin and nobody can read or write. So if we live in a town and I'm the only nigga that can read, or only niggas that can read and write is the niggas in the church, the niggas in the church can make up whatever story they want to make up and change the narrative however they want to change the narrative to fit they gain, personal gain. It ain't about it being truthful. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I'm looking for some tips. So, like, how can I put it? So, like, that's what's going on right now. A lot of motherfuckers don't know. Like, when a bitch on Twitter is tweeting out, your 7th house is how you deal with relationships. And for example, if you got Aries in the 7th house, you attack your relationships aggressively, and you know what I'm saying, you got a lot of force, and you like, you know what I'm saying, you like more, strong, bossy type bitches, right? But what if your shit ain't in that? You don't know how to interpret that shit, and a motherfucker want to charge you an arm and a leg, and I understand you got to monetize your talents. But a lot of motherfuckers gatekeep the information to the point where so you can't learn how to do it. Like, it wasn't easy for me to learn astrology. I had to go and do hours and hours and hours because I can't tap in. Some people, I can afford to get readings. I done got plenty of readings, but a lot of readings on average is around $100, $150 now on average for average astrologers. You get what I'm saying? So for somebody that's really know they shit, they had like $500 a band. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not knocking them because, like, you deserve that. Anybody who probably charging $1,000 or something for they readings probably was giving out free readings at a point. That's how they got so good. But what I'm saying is, I see a lot of people in them comments of them top astrologers, and they be so poor, they be so fucked up, they be so emotionally vulnerable, and they just be begging just for a smidgen, a crumb of information that you can give them that can help them elevate their life. But pop astro niggas be too busy breaking down celebrity charts for free and trying to get popular that way, that they'll leave regular niggas in the dust. You get what I'm saying? They'll go do a little Dirk chart or Rihanna chart for free. But it's a nigga in their comments that's on the brink of suicide, that if you gave this nigga a reading, you might change this nigga life. But you ain't even noticing this nigga because you so dick riding of celebrities. Motherfuckers be dick riding celebrities so motherfucking tough. And I understand celebrities is our stars. They the stars that's manifested on earth. That's fine, bro. But they still just people. You get what I'm saying? And so you can't you can't put them on the pedestal and not put the people that put you in them positions on the pedestal. Because you wouldn't be a top astrologist without people tapping in. You wouldn't be, you wouldn't be financially successful without people buying your readings and leaving you tips and shit like that, tuning into your YouTube, shit like that. So I just be wanting motherfuckers to just recognize the power that they have, and let's not go down that same road as the age of Pisces, because you see where that religious shit ended up. That religious shit ended up in the gutter. Every religion fucked up. Every religion is fucked up right now. It ain't one religion that made it out unscathed. You get what I'm saying? Every religion got some shit on it now. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't, like, we gotta stop as the astrology community. And I know I don't do this shit, but I'm gonna say us in general, because I'm a part of this shit now, making videos and shit. We gotta stop gatekeeping, folks. Like, If a motherfucker wants some information and they ain't got the money to do it, like, it's like I said, and it's cool. Like, you can't give everybody free readings, bro. I ain't saying that. But it's a fine line between gatekeeping the information and keeping it from motherfuckers and monetizing your talents. Like I said, if a nigga want a reading from me, am I gonna charge him or whatever? Probably so. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, what I'm not gonna do is gatekeep the information. Like, if a nigga asks me a question, I'm gonna say, oh, nah, bro. I only answer this in consultations. My consultation is $100, and it take me 7 to 10 days to get to you, and blah blah blah. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why niggas don't be fucking with astrology, bro. Niggas don't be fucking with astrology is because niggas don't make it accessible to them. You know, niggas don't be making astrology accessible. They try to make it that's why they doing Patreons and OnlyFans. They try to make it as unaccessible as possible. Just because you got money don't mean that you privy to this information or you deserve the information. You can pay all the money in the world and not use this information for good. And a motherfucker who, like me, like, I learned astrology on a free tip. I ain't really take no tarot courses. Well, I learned tarot growing up being a Mason and shit. Like, I'm not a Mason at this point in time, but like when I was growing up, I was raised in a Masonic household type shit. So the tarot deck is something that's way deeper than rap. That's why I'm breaking it down for y'all niggas, because the way I was introduced to tarot wasn't like no playing cards or nothing. It was like a real story. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm breaking that shit down the way I'm breaking it down, so people can understand it the way I understand it. You get what I'm saying? Because I understand it a little bit from a different perspective than people that just buy a tarot card, buy a tarot deck, and start practicing. You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah, like I was saying, let's just be careful with the pop astro. Let's be careful with the gatekeeping, bro. It's the age of Aquarius. It's the age of information. You get what I'm saying? And let's give out the information. Now, I'm an Aquarius, so I may feel different in this than people with this thing, because I'm a nigga who Aquarius is. We all about community. We all about sharing resources. We all about innovation. We all about breaking the rules and breaking the status quo. You know what I'm saying, with that Uranus co-ruler. You know, so like, I wouldn't say everybody gotta have the same mindset as me. But for new people, and I'll say this because it's probably going to be some new people. Like, the people that I'm talking to, y'all going to be the new teachers. You know what I'm saying? These other teachers, they already around. They already doing how they doing. And like I said, they gatekeep it. And they gatekeep it from their own community. You know what I'm saying? It's motherfuckers out here who, like, man, and these astrologists, some of them hoes can be so rude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get people get 50,000 followers and it go to their head. I've had 50,000 followers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and deleted my account. It's not that big of a deal. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, but I don't say that to poo-poo on nobody who got a lot of followers. Because I ain't got a lot of followers. I ain't trying to sit here and hate. But what I'm saying is, followers don't make the men. You make the followers. You get what I'm saying? It's accounts out there that got that 5,000 followers that be tweeting heat. You get what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna, like I said, I probably already read off on 20 minutes here, just off going in on like differences between real astrology and pop astrology, pop astro. Like I said, I don't really want to hold y'all niggas up too bad, but let's be open minded to the people that's watching this video. Let's be open minded for how we do astrology in the future. You get what I'm saying? Let's make sure that we leaving the door open for the next for the next generation to come in here and be able to practice astrology peacefully. It shouldn't be no arguments and fighting. It shouldn't be no gatekeeping. It shouldn't be no hoarding of information, because that's some secret society shit, and I ain't in no secret societies. That's my problem with secret societies. They hoard information and don't want to give it out. You get what I'm saying? That's why I fuck with my nigga Dolo so tough, because my nigga Dolo, if y'all don't know Dolo the Parliament, go check him out on YouTube. But I fuck with Dolo so tough because Dolo is breaking down all of this shit that be in these secret societies, and people be thinking that these niggas so demonic and shit, and everything ain't demonic. Yeah, is some of these niggas raping kids and stealing kids and doing weird shit? Yeah, they is. They doing that weird shit. That's going on. But that ain't everybody. Everything ain't for everybody. A lot of these motherfuckers is manipulating energies and doing different types of witchcraft, not on no sacrificing and all that type of shit, but different types of. Hold on, I'm at y'all.